Good game. In any case, I need to remember to not click that before I change the scenes. In any case, how many times am I gonna interrupt myself before I do my intro? 3 times apparently. In any case, greetings, welcome to the Strangenet. My name is Ojel. I am, have been, and always will be your very own stranger. And today, or well yesterday, but it is a special time of the year. Or half year. However long this usually takes. There we go. It is the night of Walpurgis. The Walpurgisnacht. Now, those who have been here know that I don't like to do my gotchaing on camera. So I've gotten my gotchaing out of the way. So I've done some work on camera to get at least the current IDs to their level. And let's try and find out how insane this is
오늘따라
gonna
별이
get.
박서. 관리자 나리께서도 별이 보여?
Yes, thank you, Don. Time for some insanity. Okay, so what are the missions? Use Arcana Slave to suppress a Night of Despair with the Weathered Night effect. Oh, cool. Nice. Clear encounter with Clear of Hatred taking less than 3 hits. Easy enough. Actually, that's kind of demanding. Good to know, though. Complete the encounter without letting the Sword of a Forgotten Knight revive once or more after they are summoned. Okay, so beat the shit out of the swords. Complete the encounter with the Central Command Team Captain surviving and defeating 3 swords that have helpless tears. Nice. Central Command Team Captain surviving and with 3+ charge potency. Okay, so give Queen of Hatred to. So set Dawn as his Command Team Captain. Taking less than 8 hits from enemies. Attack skills. That's just Wait, is the Queen of Hatred going to join us? Huh. So don't let Dawn take too many hits. Welfare Team Model Employee. Oh nice, so we're getting 2 buffs. Inflict a certain amount of sinking or rupture potency. Wait, so that's a wealth? That's also freedom. I mean, that's a very low bar for Night of Despair. Surviving and taking less than 8 hits. Again, pretty easy. Use Mana Scour. Okay. Clear encounter without any allied deaths. Fair enough. Without anyone going crazy. Okay, so I should probably box and clear. And without any of the allies hitting a certain amount of that stack. Well, Sinclair won't go crazy if I don't bring Sinclair. So, this seems fine. Let's go.
가자, 죽이러.
How's it taste? Said they brewed it with the tea leaves Zichun gave us. It's called Baihao Yinjian, or something, I think. Oh, no voice acting? It's a nice cup of tea that goes down easily. Not as good as Shiran's, though. Yeah. Cool wind of Dakwan Yuan blows under this pavilion. Now that we've survived another huge incident, I was planning on holding some consultation sessions with the sinners like I always do, but I wasn't sure when Mephistopheles was coming back, so I decided to conduct them outdoors. Well, a change of scenery can be nice from time to time. As much as I'd love to be part of that discussion, this thing didn't come with a mouth. Hello, Elusive. Ah, that must be a sore spot, Dante. You've expressed that feeling before, remember? Whenever we were snacking together, you'd say things like that. You gave up the complimentary food from the warp train to Rodia too, and you must have been curious of its taste back then. Did you miss any gamba pulls? No, because I did those off camera. So, yes, but that's because I never do those on stream. Well, you know, it's not all that bad. I mean, I can send you a... Weird doing gacha on camera. Nudge the behavior. This is the hall. 130 pulls on the main banner and 20 pulls on the off banner. The reroll banner. Rerun banner. What the fuck do I call it? Bokgak, I suppose. Is that even how you say that? Eh. I think I feel regret and sadness. It's kind of tragic almost. Ever since Honglu severed the cycle that bound the hierarchs of Dagwon and sealed the Jianren in their temple, he's been making a lot of expressions that I hadn't seen before. Moreover, lately, I've been getting the impression that he's actively been trying to express his feelings and thoughts, even for things his past self would have simply accepted as is. Like an old dam breaking, with fresh spring water surging to free. It's 150 in total. I can't give you a mouth, but you can trust me to give you a very detailed explanation of flavor. So feel free to ask me anytime. That was a weird inflection. Yeah, thanks. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. Especially because, more so than anything, I could sense that Honglu was gently enjoying these moments. I think I can safely mark him down as experiencing very positive changes in my consultation notes. Though I'm not sure if any of that'll get through to you, given that you probably don't even remember the taste of food anyway. Let me change that to started on a path to achieving some very positive changes. Damn, Dante! If it makes you feel better, Elusive, I was gonna go to Ideality. And also, apparently my luck is just kind of bullshit in general. Aside from getting egos, I cannot get egos to save my fucking life. Excuse me, manager! That's when Sinclair suddenly rushed up to us on the pavilion. What's going on? I know you're in the middle of a consultation, but there's this huge, big-as-a-house truck by the entrance that's... The point is, I think you might have to come see this. Oi, blockhead! Is that... The truck was, indeed, massive. It certainly did live up to all the fuss Sinclair kicked up, but... ain't that something, huh? It didn't seem to me that the other sitters were all that concerned about. Oh, nice! I didn't clean out the Walpurgisnacht thing, but I think I got most of the ones that I urgently care about. I guess I could have gone for Solemn Lament or something, but I'm happy enough. Also, I do not have the XP tickets for this shit. Jesus fucking Christ. Is everything okay here? Hope it's not another attack on Dark 1v1. Huh? Nah, it ain't. Well, we did suspect that at first, but it's alright. It's because no one on the bus knows how to observe. It's all about the details, get it? Look, it's right there. The company logo. Where? Seriously? It's right there, in that corner over there. The full stop duo, Magic Bullet, Otis, Ego, and you even picked up 2 announcers. Oh, nice. Ishmael pointed at something on the vehicle. Irritation cleared in her voice. I stared really hard at whatever she was pointing at and managed to find Limbus Company's logos painted on the bus. Man, that is not visible. It was the size of a palm. They were this close to chopping that truck into a million pieces when I pointed that out. Gotta say, I'm impressed you even managed to make out what that is. It doesn't look like anything other than a smudge to me. Guess eyesight's really the first thing that goes with age. I mean, it's kinda their fault for making it so small and inconspicuous, you know? Also, Gregor, you are wearing glasses. That's because it's not a public-facing vehicle. I don't know what Saul's voice is anymore. She sounds way more upbeat. That's because it's not a public-facing vehicle. I am so sorry to whatever Saul's voice is gonna be. I'm doing my best. Saul walked into our circle, dusting her hands and brushing past a few disgruntled words. This is a research vehicle used by the LCE department. You've used this once before, remember? Extrapolating from the material and the color of the truck's cover metal, it can be determined that it is the same transportation device used for the regular checkout. Right on! Ever since you used it safely to arrive at LCE, we've been using it to move the LCC base around. Hang on. Does that mean that we were your guinea pigs? And guess what? Just today, when we opened the truck to transport a different team... Oi, don't ignore me! Instead of answering Heathcliff's question, Norman walked up to the truck and swung open the rear doors. That was not proper inflection. In it, we saw the same mess of machines we saw back then, and... Hey, this light. The now familiar green light. I see. Sada, has there been any further modifications to this vehicle since then? Well, I'm not certain on the details, but at the LCE's chief research... Hohenheim? Yes, him. Are you two, well, acquainted? Not very well, but I do make an effort to remember his minor yet numerous mistakes. She sounds oddly happy. Anyways, according to the research report he gave us, the vehicle's been modified to allow for other universal use across other departments of Limbus Company. LCB's bus, Mephistopheles, right? The report said something about using the back door of that bus as a reference to equip this vehicle with various functions, and that explains why this phenomenon is taking place here. Walpurgisnacht. Yet, how is this possible when we sit on astride the bus seats? It is not a theoretical impossibility. Certain major parts of the technology forming its engine have been shared with Hohenheim. It is within the realm of possibility that the engine's influence may be transferred there as well. However, the means by which it has affected this vehicle has to be studied. It seems to comprehend our absence and the subsequent separation from the bus. Could it, mayhap, be reacting to the presence of a golden bough? At this moment, Mephistopheles is currently boarded by Virgilius, Charon, and various other members of LCCP, including Pilot. Therefore, if they have traveled far, your conjecture may be true. I don't think I'm doing Faust right. Or, there exists a flow that ensures our encounter with the Walpurgisnacht regardless of the environment surrounding us. Perhaps. You mean the same flow that will not allow Dante to die? The one that you kind of hinted at in a regular checkup? Faust talked to herself, staring pensively into the distance before turning towards us again with mild resignation. Lead the way, Dante. Around us, then it must rightly be observed. Aha! Aha! I knew it! It's the former L-Corp's turn! Huh? What do you mean, knew it? Dante, Dante... Voice. Thank you. Dante, you literally conjectured last time that they'd alternate. Anyway. Heathcliff opened up a betting pool about where our next Walpurgisnacht location is going to be. A betting pool? What are you even betting with? Alright, what did I say? Pay up, you gits. Yeah? You told me it was just about the time the patterns change. No way. No way. But it... Carmen, shut the fuck up. This is hard enough as is. No way. But it was just the right time to bet against the odds. That's not even a female voice anymore, Nigel. By the looks of it, the bet seemed to have been about whether this Walpurgisnacht would take us to the library or the Lobotomy Corp headquarters. Wait, last time we went to a branch was... No, wait, no we didn't. I'm misremembering. Hey, something about this place seems a bit different from the other former Hellcorp hallways we saw in the past. Didst thou sense it as well, Manager Esquire? Oh, it's disfamiliar yet unfamiliar indeed. A stage for a play. Seems it's gotten wider too. Still the same long and narrow hallway, but it's slightly wider. Okay, how many references are we going to make to the very, particulars of Hellcorp? Well, it is unknown as to how many days have passed in this headquarters. Pretty, repeat what you have said? No, this subject can be discussed later, when its veracity becomes clear. Sharing the current circumstances of this place, we find ourselves at the Lobotomy Corp headquarters on a certain day, and its central command to be exact. They had to make Dawn a captain. Also, I don't think X is managing Knight of Despair correctly. You don't give a weak agent the blessing. You give a strong agent the blessing so they become nigh invulnerable and are able to tank most abnormalities by themselves, and you send weakened agents after to train with the surprisingly mild prudence and temperance. Let me try that again. Insight and attachment work. Also, if you're gonna make Dawn deal with the Queen of Hatred, send her to the teddy bear. I'm sorry, Dawn, but if you're dealing with her hysteria, you're wearing the 3% success rate years. Yes, I am taking this far too seriously. the very center of the middle layer. Then the ones we've visited so far must have been in the upper layer. Correct. It is said that the departments of Lobotomy Corporation headquarters were progressively unlocked with the passage of time. According to the reports, when the headquarters crumbled and fired that skyward light, it was... Indeed. It appears that with every visit, we find ourselves at a further point in time here. As soon as the current day can be pinpointed, we might even be able to experience that day. We are not getting to day 50, Otis. Because that means we have to get past day 49. And Guardian, with the fucking Hawkma debuff, can go fuck herself. Perhaps, then... Wait, I just realized. We're doing Tifereth and the start of Hesed now. Next Walpurgis, after the next one, would then be either the rest of Hesed or straight into Gebra. But after Gebra, it's either Hawkma, you know, the co-founder, or Bina. And I don't know how that's gonna work. Also, what happens to Walpurgisnacht when we run out of departments? In any case, that's not this thing. Perhaps then... Well, that didn't take long. We're here to take care of some ordeal or something again, aren't we? Hey, I'm not complaining. I've kind of been loafing around and doing nothing while Josh and June left for that grand conference to decide the future of Mech 1 or something. Oh, that's why you haven't been drilling her into death. But we have so little time. I must prepare a more intense training regimen to make up for lost time. Whichever it is, it'll be F-U-N. Okay, what the hell does that mean? Oh god, I need to... Oh god, I need to give different alpha a voice. What's everyone waffling on about? No, that's just Angry Rodeo. What's everyone... I don't know how to do this. How do I portray a 7-year-old child? What's everyone waffling on about? No. What's everyone waffling on about? No, that's just angry. I don't know how to do a child. What's everyone waffling on about? Cute as Farah. It's an angry one this time. Yeah! What? Did you expect some other voice speaking through the central command PA system? Other than Tifereth? Tifereth, the employees are confused. Please explain the situation to them. Huh? There's 2 of them? Yes, I'm also Tifereth. I'm more confident in Tifereth Beta than I'm in Tifereth Alpha. The central command, unlike other departments, boasts a rather significant size. It is large enough to be managed through area, A and B. It is said this is why they have 2 separate Sephiroth managing this department. So, what I know from the Upside stories is that it's day 26 and Malkuth suppression is incoming. which means we are nowhere near the middle layer suppressions. So even if next Walpurgis is asset, that would only be the Malkuth suppression, and then we would have to do Yesod, they would have to do Yesod, Hod, and Netzach. And I doubt they're doing all three in the background while we're dealing with Gebra. Also, how do you even do a core suppression? How do you even do a core suppression in Limbus? Because, and especially Malkuths you can't do, because we don't get to interact with the abnormalities. So unless it's just mass abnormality breakout because of everyone fucking up their orders, they might skip Malkuth. I don't know if they would skip Yesod suppression, but I think they might. Hot suppression would be everyone on our side getting a debuff. Netzach suppression would be turning our healing off, which, you know, if you don't have healing, wouldn't do anything. In any case. Yeah, and it's a lot, even between the both of us, which is why it's up to you to be more thorough. Yeah, bring out your deal already. What are we destroying this time? Like I said, what are you all waffling on about? There's been an abnormality containment breach. The whole company's about to go belly up because everyone else is out trying to suppress the madness on the other side. I am just lost in what I'm trying to do with Dipterev. Also, what other... Then, the alarm that was blaring all throughout the company suddenly went quiet. Oh no. How bad? Are we going into, second warning? Oh no. The second warning. Great! Look what you did, you bunch of slackers! Get to our headquarters now! Deal with the blue entity! Oh no, whatever broke out killed the Blessed, didn't it? Yep.
저건 좀 복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게. 나한테는 좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
Alright, what is your name? Okay, so take a lot less damage from all this shit. This unit hits with a crash. This does not attack this does not and literally nothing else. Alright. What's in the button? Attack popularity check. Modifier skill pool. Gain 1 skill 1. 3 lose 1 skill 1. Good. So basically, please from 11 charge in between features. And what about Warriors? Inflicting. I mean, that's even more explicit.
만만찮게
may have just sent her into instant despair. Sorry, not despair. It's steady, I guess.
피만 있으면 비켜!
This one's kind of elaborate, huh? The float of sports are so hard to carry. It jumps up along the beach and it's so thin that I can only see where. Now this is pretty bad work. You should have been down to find the love body of something sword. Just as you say. Yeah! Raise a faint light full out of something red. You realize someone rushed onto the scene and headed away to find the sword. Hurricane! Keep it right into the action the moment the second warning goes off. Huh? Door? Sorry, I'm late! Here comes Magical Girl! The music's a bit loud.
저희의 이름으로
Hang on.
지금 이곳에 등장! 다들 평소보다 의욕적이야. 이런 분위기는 흔치 않아서 설레이네.
No, I should probably turn this
쓸데없이 흥분한 걸 수도 있지. 뭐
Is
나쁜
this
건
better?
아니기도 하고.
That's one too. Good enough, or should I turn it down more? That's gonna be one hell of an Arcana beat. Actually, I need that to be Pride. Where is it now?
날카롭고 정확하게. 너도 누군가에겐 아껴졌겠지만
아르카나 B! 잘 됐네. 이제 제압 작업을 하기 더
Oh god,
수월해지겠어.
not this shit again.
기회를 놓치는 바보 같은 짓은 하지 않겠지?
Oh, helpless tears. Did you see where Steve smashed the knife instead? There's an enemy with chanting Arcana Slave. Just so. Okay, so this shit again. I haven't dealt with this since Ruina. I forgot what the condition was. Aren't I supposed to put this thing down with Dawn? Well, time to flip Dawn again. Didn't go to Honolulu.
쓸모가 있으려면
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같다. 아르카나 피츠.
어렵지 않지? 이미 관찰 기록에 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아.
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
We are getting hit off What? I failed to redirect that like an fucking idiot.
무슨 일 있었던 일인가?
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐! 진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
You know, maybe I shouldn't drive Dawn instantly crazy. At the same time, Miss QoHote, rip it.
정의보다도 푸른 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여.
보자 너.
Really, could you hurry that up? I'm making Dawn do it.
정의보다도 푸른 자, 사랑보다 붉은 자여. 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 이름을 걸고 여기서 빛의 맹세한다. 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을.
You know what's weird about this? It's weird how Dawn's model moves at like 15 FPS, but the rest moves at like 120 FPS. don't kill it. Damn it. Yeah, even the Queen of Hatred herself didn't do that. Might need to be more considerate of how much damage I put out. Jesus Christ.
운명 속에 사무친 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다.
뭐야 이 수치는. 아까 어떤 직원이 제 앞 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐! 진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
The thing with Dawn is, this is an absurd thing to have to do 3 times in a row. Speaking of which, I should probably try and reorder that. None of the swords on the field have helpful gears applied to random sword. A second for the first time, recover, gain 10%. Okay. Every time. Gain the 5.
집속불 내 발에 숨져.
눈은 똑바로 뜨고 있는 거 맞지? 상층병이 인기라도 한 거 아니야?
괜찮아. 이제 그 유형은 다른 공격 방식을 취해야 한다는 걸 깨달았잖아.
아, 다음에도 똑같이 해보기만 해.
You know, it's nice to see an unbreakable coin attack that actually does no damage when you block it.
우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을!
직원 하나의 상태가 그다지 좋지 않아 보여. 얼른 신경 써준다면 다시 좋아질 수 있을 거야.
Did we kill her too fucking early? Hiya. Where's Dawn? Do you have your free stacks? Nope. No, she doesn't.
정확하게.
야! 아르카나 슬레이버!
So basically, we're waiting for
사랑으로 제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인 공격.
we're waiting for the queen to fucking kill him.
티페리트. 당연한 걸 한 것 가지고 굳이 칭찬할 필요
Also,
없어.
let me guess what happens when we. Is this gonna be Servant of Hatred? Rodion. Wait, my win rate is. I kinda don't want that to stack at the moment. I just break something. You know what? How will we do?
내가 시범을 보이지.
아르카나 레이!
Apparently, I don't even get. He doesn't even get.
그래도 최대한
이제야 회사가 정상으로 돌아갔네. 이번 제압은 끝이야.
Alright.
너희들도 고생
Round
많았어.
one.
티페리트, 너도.
I don't trust that fucking victory screen, dude.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝.
I feel so bad, but she won't be a threat to you now. Are verily a veritable magical maiden? Of course I am! I'm a magical girl, fighting to vanquish these evil arcana! I am so sorry I should stop. I just realized how annoying I felt when I did that when other people did it. This magic in the legendary currencies does exist, for true? And the most fashionable costume must preserve to gather the magical powers. Don Quixote, calm yourself. Huh? Where are you guys going? Faust somehow managed to precisely snatch Don Quixote's real wildly flapping arms mid-motion and drag her away from the magical girl and back to our group. But why first didst thou drag me from this consultation of great significance? I have mountains of questions to ask her. That thing is no magical girl. What is with thy conspiratorially low voice and this... Oh! 0104 wrist-clapping wall in his vertical abnormality, dubbed the Queen of Hatred for recording purposes. Fuck, aye! That lady there is an abnormality? Yeah, she's speaking, man. Appears just like a human. And to label someone whose sheer appearance exudes just the Queen of Hatred? I believe that it has been impressed upon me many times in the past that abnormality should not be judged by their experience. Indeed, they do not sense self, they think and they feel. Perhaps by the head standard, they may need to continue up of what is considered as human. However, that is an abnormality. No more, no less. We slowly turn around to look at the blue-haired thing propelled by Faust's stern tone. But it was just there, coming alike to swing that stuff. Oh, the lights. Well, it's a good thing that that thing's probably the worst they summoned, because if the army in pink was here, or any other clerk rights union, who would be the most likely in these circumstances? I don't actually remember. Wonderful! Looks like I managed to protect the peace once again! And when the red lights turned off and the alarm stopped blaring in our ears, it puffed away with the same pink swirl of light she first appeared with. Phew! This is annoying! Why did that abnormality have to be contained at our department? It couldn't be helped, Tifrith. Not even a manager knows which abnormality will appear at the headquarters. Yeah, that's true. But she just gets on my nerves, you know? Always showing up at the tail end of a huge mess like the second morning, barely doing anything to help, even to seem like she did something. And you know how she completely loses it unless we... And you know she completely loses it unless we baby her all the time, right? Tifrith, mic is still on. Yeah, so let them listen. The employees have to know that this abnormality is still an abnormality at the end of the day, I guess. Her management appears to be quite the source of stress, it seems. Yet all this odd here. The maiden have assisted us dearly in battle, in our battle, did she not? To suggest that she is hardly of any help is preposterous. Please review this document. It is a consolidation of management reports for that abnormality from the former helper. Fortunately, it seems that an extended period of management experience has left quite a detailed report. Huh. Oh, damn. She wasn't kidding about having to baby this one, huh? And if by baby you mean send 3 clerks per cliff-off meltdown into the fucking warp... Wait, they don't have Deborah yet. They don't have disciplinarial bullets. The singer's expressions all start to turn rather sour the further they read along the report. I skipped through it and looks like she's got this compulsive obsession that she always has to be on the side of justice. She grows more and more hysterical the longer a peaceful period lasts. What is her problem? Got anything to say to that, oh great scholar of fixers? Ahem. Indeed, this is quite different from what I had anticipated. As fortune should have it, we did not encounter the mutated form of the Queen of Hatred today. However, as they also possess such a thing as psychological stability or sanity, it seems that employees assigned to this abnormality had the responsibility to keep it at higher levels at all times. It cannot have been easy to put up with humoring a monster in human skin. At least humoring them is the extent of the required effort at this point. At what point is she going to show up completely pissed off? You are implying that the management of abnormalities entails something far more complicated than simply calibrating their sanity at a reasonable level. Yes, that is correct. It seems that this headquarters is yet to extract a larger quantity of abnormalities. A moment, if you will, to say that they extract. Yi-Sung furrowed his brows and started, noticing a strangeness in her choice of words, but we already found ourselves returned to the mess of machinery that was LCE's feet. Wait, so we don't get to... What? Ah, it seems that this is where this scenario ends. Dante, as there may be further information that can be garnered from this experience, repeated visits to this Walpurgisnacht is also recommended. Okay, got it. Yi-Sung approached Faust to continue his earlier question, but Faust only shook her head in response as if to say that she wasn't certain or that she couldn't tell him just yet. To me, someone who doesn't even know what's going on with the company they're working for, all these stories from the former L-Corp in the library are filled with nothing but confusing mysteries. But something about it makes me feel as though everything that happened in those two places are at once foundations and clues to what we are going through. Maybe I can even use these moments to understand the stories I've forgotten, the purpose of this company I work for. So, well, who's up for a second run? Let's, like Faust, focus on looking for those clues left behind.
사람과 세상의 아름다움에 대해 들어본 적 있는가? 없어도 전혀 상관없다네. 지금 우리가 보는 경치가 바로 그런 것일 테니.
Alright. How much do I have to do again? Okay, so that she did. So I can just beat the shit out of her just after that. You know, Mr. Ji-hoon, I really would appreciate that claim all button. So, dumb question. If I go into hard now, do I need to do these in easy still, or? Okay, so I might as well do the easy ones first then. Okay, so don't kill a sword that isn't the one you need to kill. Don't kill a sword with someone other than Dom. Try to actually take blows off of the Queen of Hatred. And try not to let Rodion get hit so much.
빨리 시작하시죠.
Makes my stream longer. I don't mind.
아, 저건 좀 복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게.
Holy shit,
나한테는
this is
좀 어려워.
long.
이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
I know that there is a trick where you Superbia in Queen of Hatred ego on turn 1, but
전투에 임하겠습니다.
hey, you know what would be a really weird you know what would be a really weird thing for the Gebra Durante to do? It takes the indiscriminate off all your skills. That sounds crazy, but
아르카나 빛!
because Queen of Hatred's corrosion, ego corrosion, doesn't really work because of the indiscriminate thing. Yeah, shut up.
사랑과 정의의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장!
다들 평소보다 의욕적이야. 이런 분위기는 흔치 않아서 설레이네.
쓸데없이 흥분한 걸 수도 있지. 뭐 나쁜 건 아니기도 하고.
Time to roll you into the negative. You know what? I might even keep that power though. I kinda don't want to. No, I'm saving it for hard. I'm saving it for hard. 보자 너.
사랑으로. 정의의 이름으로. 잘 됐네. 이제 제압 작업을 하기 더 수월해지겠어. 기회를 놓치면
that's
바보
double.
같은 짓은 하지 않겠지?
Our good Dawn is gonna pop the fuck off. I wanna... Yeah, just me.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 아르카나 피츠.
제압 효과가 굉장히
Whoops.
좋았어.
I overdid it.
기록적인 피해량인 것 같다.
You know what I wondered about? What would it be like if an, I'm gonna like that. What would it be like if a negative coin skill had unbreakable points?
피만 있으면 비켜!
I just had voted up to 3.
무슨 일 있었던 건가?
아까 어떤 직원이 제압
No,
배치에 한 번에
no,
입힌
I can in
피해량이야.
fact count.
잠깐.
But I'm sending her to 3 anyway
왜
because
부속
that's
팀장을
what
안
matters.
달아줬지? 정의보다도 푸른 달, 사랑보다 붉은 달.
집속불 뇌파 충전.
같지 않지? 이미 관찰 기록이 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아.
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다.
뭐야 이 수치는.
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐. 진짜?
Wait,
왜
I
부서
don't
팀장을
want
안
to get hit.
달아줬지?
정확하게 아무것도 남지 마라.
Ow, I guess.
사랑으로가 악은 이렇게 정화되었네.
And down the path.
증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을.
응? 탄환이라도 쌌나?
요전에 징계팀에서 플리스터 간섭 역장이라는 걸 연구했다고 했어.
그게 저런 효과던가? 아무튼
Wait.
확실히 제압하긴 편해졌네.
That doesn't make sense. This opponent isn't even here yet.
아르카나 세이버!
제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인 공격이야. 알겠어.
페리트 당연한 걸 한 것 가지고 정신 안 차릴 거야? 직원이 거의 반죽음 상태가 됐다고.
Someone
더
should
큰 사태로
maybe
번지기 전에 얼른 수습하는 게 좋겠어.
maybe someone should inform Kim Ji-hoon of the fact that different from this point should not be talking about this opponent.
아르카나 레이!
It's probably not that important.
그래도 이제야 회사가 정상으로 돌아갔네. 이번 제압은 끝이야.
너희들도 고생 많았어. 티페리트, 너도.
I mean, I guess it
언젠가
wouldn't be
우리도
it
모든
wouldn't
게
be
끝날
the
때가 오면
manager's first
좋겠네.
run around if he knows if he's about to
보람과
deal with the
세상의
boss
아름다움에
passion.
대해 들어본 적 있는가? 없어도
All right, did I do it right? Sure looks like it did. I will say one thing, thank God for these XP tickets, because I am flat out. In fact, I might be able to level this bitch to level 54 now. I don't know if I want to bring it. Well, I definitely don't want to bring you. So aside from Onglu, I love you, but you take forever to get going.
준비는 항상 되어 있습니다. 단피가 떨어질 때군요.
아, 저건 좀 복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게.
Oh no.
나한테는 좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
날카롭고 정확하게.
사랑으로, 정의 이름으로.
정의보다도 큰 자로 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대, 여기서 빛의 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 아르카나 슬레이버!
일발 장전.
사랑과 정의의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장!
다들 평소보다 의욕적이야. 이런 분위기는 흔치 않아서 설레이네.
쓸데없이 흥분한 걸 수도 있지. 뭐 나쁜 건 아니기도 하고.
Dawn Fire.
쓸모가 있으려면
아르카나 비!
아르카나 비트.
제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인
무슨 일
공격이야.
있었던 건가?
잘했어.
버렸어. 디페리트. 당연한 걸 한 것 가지고 이제 칭찬할 필요 없어.
또 도움이 필요한 곳이 생겼는가?
I don't know. Oh wait, never mind. Yes, I do trust that. Unideal, but oh.
완벽한 한 발입니다.
전부 찢어버리겠네.
봐, 어렵지 않지? 이미 관찰 기록에 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아.
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
격발.
아르카나 비!
언제나 그랬듯이.
실패할 수도 있겠지. 언제나 그랬듯이. 정의보다도 푸른 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
현! 아르카나 세이버!
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같아.
일발장전.
Good job, Walter.
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다. 뭐야 이 수치는.
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐.
Okay, what's new?
진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
Why do they have these star signs now? Actually, screw it. On, hit it! Hit it and hope that we don't just take this thing out instantly.
날카롭고 정확하게.
정의 이름으로!
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 여기서 빛의 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 아르카나 슬레이거!
우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을! 뭐야 이 수치는?
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐! 진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
전투에 임하겠습니다. 아르카나 빛!
Well, that was easy.
무슨 일 있었던 일인가?
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
만만찮겠군! 잠깐! 리! 하지! 진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
야! 아르카나 슬레이버! 야! 아르카나 슬레이버!
아르카나 플레이! 치원이라도 썼네?
Wait, what?
요전에 징계팀에서 클리포트 간섭 역장이라는 걸 연구했다고 했어.
그게 저런 효과던가? 아무튼 확실히 제압하긴 편해졌네.
Huh. Wait, so how does she get the stats then?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
야! 아르카나 슬레이버!
줄었네요.
이제야 회사가 정상으로 돌아갔네. 이번 제압은 끝이야.
너희들도 고생 많았어. 티페리트, 너도.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네.
그때가 되면 휴식을 기다리며 고향의 노래를 부르고 있겠지.
승리의 보람과 세상의 아름다움에 대해 들어본 적 있는가? 없어도 전혀 상관없다네. 지금 우리가 보는 경치가 바로 그런 것일 테니.
So what's left on the itinerary? Actually get the status on her somehow. Get Don Quixote hit less. Easy enough. Get Rodion to hit each of the swords once. Does it mean exactly once? Or... Easy enough. Let's try that again then, shall we? You know what, Arlu, you
120분
can
후
come back.
준비는 끝냈어요.
탄피가 떨어질 때군요.
저건 좀 복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게. 나한테는 좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
Hey, Meg. How are you doing?
아르카나 빛!
정확하게.
Eh.
사랑과 정의의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장!
And I'm surprised that we didn't get to actually fight the Queen of Hatred.
이런 분위기는 흔치 않아서 설레이네.
쓸데없이 흥분한 걸 수도 있지. 뭐 나쁜 건 아니기도 하고.
I mean, considering how notorious the Queen of Hatred is for, you know, breaking out and ruining your day, I feel justified in that. How does she get the...
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Problem that she doesn't speak.
아르카나 빛! 차!
That timeout takes surprisingly long to take. Oh well.
아르카나 빛!
늘어졌네 저거. 맞추기 쉽고.
일발 장전.
잘 됐네. 이제 제압 작업을 하기 더 수월해지겠어. 기회를 놓치는 바보 같은 짓은 하지 않겠지?
So we need to get Rodion an actual hit in on these things. God damn it, Ojo, did you have to be so goddamn slow?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
사랑으로!
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같다.
이럴싸는
아르카나 빛!
기대감 맹세했는데
정신 안 차릴 거야?
Well, that didn't
직원이
work
거의
out
단종한
well
상태가
at all.
됐다고!
In fact, I think I'm better just to be smart at this point.
얼른 수습하는 게 좋겠어.
봐, 어렵지 않지? 이미 관찰 기록이 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아.
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것
Yeah, not like
차라리
this.
내가 직원들을 지휘해야 했어. 모두 전멸했잖아.
슬퍼하지 마. 다음에는 좋은 일이 생길 거야.
결국
So, don't let Dawn get hit. Try to have Rodion finish off the swords. And actually get the queen to do her thing. Which she didn't last time for some fucking reason.
빨리 시작하시죠.
아, 저건 좀 복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게. 나한테는 좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
만만찮겠군. 본인이 하지. 차. 혀. 아르카나 빛. 차.
사랑과 정의의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장!
다들 평소보다 의욕적이야. 이런 분위기는 흔치 않아서 설레이네.
쓸데없이 흥분한 걸 수도 있지. 뭐 나쁜 건 아니기도 하고.
집속불 뇌파 충전.
사랑과 정리.
자!
아르카나 빛! 잘 됐네. 이제 제압 작업을 하기 더 수월해지겠어. 기회를 놓치는 바보 같은 짓은 하지 않겠지?
전투에 임하겠습니다. 차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같아.
사랑과 정리.
휘말리기 싫으면 비켜!
a good thing Odysseus really doesn't give a shit about piercing gloom damage.
아르카나 비!
뭐야 이 수치는. 아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐! 진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
I really don't understand why you would choose to use the negative side of that. Well, that's not very fun.
정의보다도 푸른 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여.
집속불 내 가충전.
지키기 위해서 지킬 게 많거든. 내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식.
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다.
뭐야 이 수치는. 아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐! 진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
꽂았노?
사랑과 정리.
지킬 게 많거든.
우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을! 응? 탄환이라도 쌌나?
So now she
예전에
has the
징계팀에서
debuff.
클리포트 간섭 역장이라는 걸 연구했다고 했어.
그게 저런 효과던가?
Now we
아무튼
need all this
확실히
hysteria.
제압하긴 편해졌네.
날카롭고 정확하게.
아르카나 비트.
제압 개체에게 맞는
아르카나
정상적인
비트.
공격이야. 잘했어.
티페리트. 당연한 걸 한 것 가지고 칭찬할 필요 없어.
Also, Valen, at least you didn't have to listen to me trying to voice act different alpha.
무슨 일
직원들
있었던
표정이
건가?
좋지 않네. 무슨 일 있었어, 티페리트?
So I wonder
난들
why it didn't
알겠어.
take last time.
직원들 분위기가 안 좋은 건 뭐 너무 흔한 일이잖아.
그것도 그렇긴 하겠네.
집속불 내가 충전.
아르카나 레이!
제압이 잘 진행되고 있어. 이대로면 큰 손실이 일어나기 전에 모든 게 안정화될 거야.
걱정할 필요가 없는 건 좋네.
Um,
잘했어.
need to put. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hiya.
집속불 내가 충전.
Oh god, guess we're doing this again.
심장 멈췄군.
이제야 회사가 정상으로 돌아갔네. 이번 제압은 끝이야.
너희들도 고생 많았어. 티페리트, 너도.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네.
그때가 되면 휴식을 기다리며 고향의 노래를 부르고 있겠지.
Chat, let it be known that your streamer does not read properly.
승리의 보람과 세상의 아름다움에
I
대해
am a
들어본
Project
적
Moon
있는가?
fan after all,
없어도 전혀 상관없다네. 지금 우리가 보는 경치가
and I achieve
바로
anything.
그런 것일 테니.
Oh, cool. So, literally all I have to do is not be an idiot.
사랑과 정의의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장!
Alright.
복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게. 나한테는 좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
Deploy the let's end this shit.
보자 너.
사랑으로! 사랑으로! 정의의 이름으로! 이웃!
너희의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장!
중앙 본부에서 전파할게.
지금부터 제압 임무를 시작할 거야. 언제나 하는 일이지만 항상 꼼꼼하게 하라고.
소중히
최선을 다할 거라고.
신속하게 용건을.
God damn it.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
아르카나 B! 야! 아르카나 B! 차!
조용히.
잘 됐네. 이제 제압 작업을 하기 더 수월해지겠어. 기회를 놓치는 바보 같은 짓은 하지 않겠지?
This is, by all means, a terrible idea. I'm doing it anyway.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
How the fuck did you turn that around, Ismail?
눈앞을 막는 수스러운 존재.
Oh boy, that's not good.
사라져야 나타날 것이오. 위대한 사랑의 힘을. 이렇게 무슨 소용이야. 누군가는 악당한 대화를 하는 거야. 그게 너고.
지키겠단 맹세.
받았어. 너희랑에 따라.
I think she just murdered all of my team.
나중에 또 보자고요.
정신 안 차릴 거야? 직원이 거의 반죽음 상태가 됐다고.
테니까.
큰 사건으로 번지기 전에 얼른 수습하는 게 좋겠어.
Yeah. Okay, how bad is it?
무슨 일
직원들
있었던
표정이
일인가?
좋지 않네. 무슨 일 있었어, 티페레트?
남들 알겠어. 직원들 분위기가 안 좋은 건 뭐 너무 흔한 일이잖아.
그것도 그렇긴 하겠네.
정의보다도 푸른 자연, 사랑보다 붉은 자연.
보자 너.
히어! 아르카나 세이버!
제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인 공격이야. 잘했어.
페리트. 봐, 어렵지 않지? 이미 관찰 기록이 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아.
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다. 상층보다도 구제불능이네. 좀 더 신경 썼더라면 이런 일은 벌어지지 않았을 거야.
이런 장면을 볼 때마다 너무 안타까워.
I'm just restarting this.
차라리
This is kind of
내가
ridiculous.
직원들을 지휘해야 했어. 모두 전멸했잖아.
슬퍼하지 마. 다음에는 좋은 일이 생길 거야.
결국
That fight opened
빨리
weird anyway.
시작하시죠.
아, 저건 좀 복잡하네. 솔직하게 말할게. 나한테는 좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
히어! 아르카나 빛! 차! 사랑으로! 사랑과 정의의 이름으로 지금 이곳에 등장!
다들 평소보다 의욕적이야. 이런 분위기는 흔치 않아서 설레이네.
쓸데없이 흥분한 걸 수도 있지. 뭐 나쁜 건 아니기도 하고.
probably not sent Dawn into hysteria quite yet.
보자 너.
일발 장전.
잘 됐네. 이제 제압 작업을 하기 더 수월해지겠어. 기회를 놓치는 바보 같은
So
짓을
Rodia's
하지
gonna
않겠지?
fucking destroy this thing.
보자 너.
Sure, Lucius, what were you thinking of doing?
아무것도 남지 마라.
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같아.
Oh, Elusive, may I make a suggestion? Maybe do that after the achievements come out. I mean, I know we just got 900 fucking starlight for, or I got 900 starlight for pulling the magical girls, but still.
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐. 진짜? 왜 부서 팀장을 안 달아줬지?
Oh, you're gonna cancel before you actually finish? That's a choice. That's purple. You know, Night of Despair Odeon has maybe doing something interesting, which is actually care about what's coming up next. That magic bullet needs to go somewhere special. Which is a somewhat interesting thing to say. Alright, prime the Dawn Bomb. And fire.
정의보다도 푸른 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여.
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
아르카나 세이버! 제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인 공격이야. 잘했어.
티페리트. 당연한 걸 한 것 가지고 굳이 칭찬할 필요 없어.
지키기 위해서.
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다.
뭐야 이 수준.
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐. 진짜? 왜 부서 팀장을 안 달아줬지?
집속불 내
사랑과
충전.
정리. 이제 평화가.
휘말리기 싫으면 비켜!
I'm slightly concerned about accidentally killing her now. Because I just set up Rolly on.
우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을!
하나이라도 쌌나?
요전에 징계팀에서 클리포트 간섭 역장이라는 걸 연구했다고 했어.
Yep.
그게 저런 효과던가?
But
아무튼
not
확실히
hot
제압하긴
200.
편해졌네.
I do have 2 turns, so I can afford to be a little bit conservative about it.
집속불
차라리
내 충전.
아무것도 남지 마라.
뭐야 이 수치는.
아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
잠깐. 진짜? 왜 부서 팀장을 안 달아줬지?
That should do it.
날 정확하게. 일발 장전.
There we go.
아르카나 레인!
당신 그래도
And now I never
이제야
have to do
회사가
this again.
정상으로 돌아갔네. 이번 제압은 끝이야.
너희들도 고생 많았어. 티페리트, 너도.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도. 그러고 보니까 그 환상체 이제 가호를 내려준 아이가 없어졌지. 다시 관리를 맡겨주실까?
다라라라라라라. Now, there is a question I have. Someone said to read the abnormality log. Is there a way to do that without going in there? Because that would be preferable. If not, well, it's fine. I said someone told me to read the observation log.
가자.
Fuck it, I'll go in there, read the thing, and then go out.
저건 좀 복잡하네.
Recording the
솔직하게
information
말할게.
gained from an encounter with
나한테는
the
좀 어려워. 이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
Shut up for a second. You shut up too. Recording the information gained from an encounter with the entity. Previous experiences with Walpurgisnacht, or particularly in cases in which our Lobotomy Corporation headquarters was the destination, have been battles against entities known as ordeals. However, this scenario, in which its participants are to be placed in a containment breach situation, provides an opportunity to encounter an abnormality contained within the headquarters. As such, this record will, while reflecting as much of the information that was contemporaneously available with the abnormalities containment, explore the contrast between the risk level assignment system devised by LCE. Oh god! According to extracted information, this entity was labeled the Knight of Despair, a humanoid, sapient, and sentient entity. A notable aspect of this abnormality is that it possesses a particularly direct connection with two other abnormalities, each of which will be briefly touched upon later in this report. And it seems that this group of abnormalities all call themselves magical girls. At this point, it is difficult to access information that holds answers to questions such as, what does this magical girls terminology refer to, or have they once truly existed? However, encountering all of these entities and extracting information from them should prove to be an avenue from which one might learn more about the lesser-known part of the city's truth. According to available records, the headquarters once managed 00104, the Queen of Hatred, and 00164, the King of Greed, in addition to the entity in question, 00173, the Knight of Despair. All magical girls were categorized into the risk level WoW, and I'm almost certainly saying that incorrectly, by the way, and it seems that that LCE has labeled the Knight of Despair a WoW 04 entity. Referring to records of its management procedures, the conditions for a containment breach incident with this abnormality are rather specific, which means that it does not occur often. Therefore, it is possible to understand how some might come to conclude that it does not actually pose any particularly high level of danger. Not if your ex isn't a fucking moron like this one is, Valiant. Why would you give a weak agent a blessing? Weak agents need to go into abnormality rooms. Anyway. However, significant casualties are expected once it does escape. It can be rather confidently said that, from the available information, this entity should be ranked at least WAL 05 or WAL 06. Why do you even use two numbers for that? However, it appears that the availability of the suppression method, which has already been made available in written form, has influenced LCE's designation. A predictable conclusion drawn by the minds of those who do not face these dangers in the field. It seems that all information that can be garnered and enumerated prior to the actual encounter has been recorded, including the report. This report seems rather personal. Hey, I've been thinking. Does it seem to you guys that FO seems to get a lot more invested when it comes to LCE-related things? That is patently untrue. A clear misunderstanding. Nah, misunderstanding my foot. And remember when we stopped by for that regular checkup? You guys all saw her bickering back and forth with that Hohenheim dude, right? Another misunderstanding. Hohenheim is not someone of any importance, at least not enough to bicker with facts. He is always hovering somewhere underneath her radar. You sure? You two sure look super close. The entry concludes, but it is obscured by what appears to be visual noise. Did she just take her writing privileges away? Jesus Christ! Sundari! I don't know why I'm surprised. Recording the information gained from encountering the entity in battle. This report will cover the peculiarities that have been observed in our encounter. The entity primarily carries out projectile attacks utilizing numerous pointed blades with levitational qualities. There does not appear to be any limit to how many swords can be summoned at once. As long as the abnormality maintains the will to engage in battle, it can summon as many as it wishes. Another aspect of note is that it possesses special versions of the floating summon sword, distinguished from the others by their size, and they seem to be the key to suppressing this abnormality. It has been discovered that, by challenging those swords, the abnormality's powerful defensive abilities could be worn down. This is a pattern that has not been recorded from the headquarters in the past. It seems that Lobotomy Corporation at this particular period in time focused more on preventing the abnormality from escaping to begin with, instead of devising ways to suppress them once they have breached containment. Fun fact, I have not once had the Knight of Despair escape in any situation that wasn't a complete facility wipe. Until today, this information has not come to light, as our primary enemies in our previous Walpurgisnachts have been ordeals. However, if we are to encounter more of these scenarios in which we visit the headquarters to suppress escaped abnormalities, a careful approach, not dissimilar from the one we employ in encounters with new abnormalities, must be engaged. As LCE has overlooked such particularities and has gone through this seemingly improvisational methodology to label this abnormality-specific risk level, a request for reconsideration of their judgment-making process must be made in the near future. We also intend to report our observation of the unexpectedly allied abnormalities 00104, the Queen of Hatred. However, it is uncertain whether any more meaningful information can be gathered from this scenario. Nonetheless, a close-up level of observation will be maintained on the entity, concluding the report. I have also perused the past records, yet it appears that a great majority of those records explore the abnormality's emotional state. Who's saying that? It looks like the abnormality is... I think this is Yisong. Or Ismail? Who is it? I'm gonna say Ismail. Looks like the abnormality used to bestow this thing what they call a blessing to an employee of its choice. The blessed this employee's death or insanity seems to be what causes the abnormality to reach continuity, which means that the employee at best must be dead. Obvious, ain't it? So, you know, the Miss Magical abnormality made me think. What if this group of abnormality were actually trying to help the employees? You know who you sound like? someone hypnotized by mermaid. I was right. It was Ismail. I'm getting. Is that noteworthy? Maybe because I'm usually bad at this. You know who you sound like? Someone hypnotized by mermaids. Abnormalities are abnormalities. They might look like they're being helpful for a bit, but at the end of the day, they're just dangerous monsters. It may employ an unknown power to. You sung your poetry. God damn it! It may employ an unknown power to empower. That is so hard to say. It may employ an unknown power to empower the sway of emotion, where the rational minds of the archivists who created these records put to sleep in favor of the purely emotional, then one may surmise that they were already corroded in part. Recording additional information that could be learned about V0.104, the Queen of Hatred. Very little progress was made in this scenario past passive observation. It seems that this scenario was not designed to allow for an extended period of exchanges with the abnormality. Gathering from records of the headquarters in the past, it seems that, coupled with V0.173, the Night of Despair, breaching containment, the activation of the second warning is a condition to ever join the employees in battle as an ally. While this may constitute a containment breach in a more literal sense, as this entity voluntarily returns herself to the containment unit, they did not consider this particular breach to be of any danger. On the other hand, the abnormality grows violent and escapes, becoming an enemy upon a prolonged period of inactivity. It is very unique in that regard. Its shape becomes serpentine, completely divorced from its current state, and attacks the employees once it truly breaches containment. It is quite unfortunate that there is no current way to verify that form for ourselves in this scenario, precluding us from garnering further intelligence. The best course of action at this moment, therefore, would be to use what fractured information is available to us to prepare for possible future scenarios. In addition, it is imperative that LCE is urged to take such variables into consideration when designating their risk levels. Concluding the report. Oi, lass. I'm just a messenger here, but she's telling me that it's almost like you've got some kind of vendetta against Hope. Yet, the entry continues, but it is obscured by what appears to be visual notes. Damn, she banned both of them. Who would use the word banned? Well, first of all, who put her up against this? Up to this. It's a she. Rhodia would, Dawn wouldn't. Ismail would have to feel particularly badly, so I think it's Rhodia. So, there we go.
차라리 내가 직원들을 지휘해야 했어. 모두 전멸했잖아.
슬퍼하지 마. 다음에는 좋은 일이 생길 거야.
어라? 머리가 맑은 것도 그렇고
And herself, I think,
눈뜬 곳이
elusive.
부화장인 걸 보니 저는 임무에 실패한 모양이네요.
Alright. That's about it. Let's see. That's my voice. You don't need to hear my voice twice. Shut up, second Dojel. Bruno's doing Disco Elysium. We finished that recently, so let's go say hi. By this point, you know who Bruno is, so I'm gonna keep the introduction short. Is introduction a word? It's a word now. She's pretty chill.
빨리 차라리! 나를 두고 어디 간 것이오!
Jesus Christ, Dawn. In any case, Bruce pretty chill. She's playing Disco Elysium. We finished that recently, so let's go say hi. Aside from that, I would like to thank everyone who came and watched me today. I would like to thank Valent and the Lucifer Machine Man for keeping me company today. Have fun with Brew, have a good night, and as always, don't be a stranger, because that is my job. I'll see you next time. Good night.